Yes. Hi, you guys. Welcome in. Hi. Um, Welcome in. My little group here is piling in. You were number 2 today. I need a different chair. My chair makes so much noises. I can't even. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. We've got number 2 in the house. So we've got Muffin Top. Hey, hey, my amazing mod. I'm getting everyone's emails, by the way. Colleen, welcome. Lisa, I'm Bernice. So I'm sure everyone is, hi, Vanessa. I'm sure everyone is paying attention, hi, Lisa, to what's happening as far as the children are concerned. What's happening as far as all of these Summer Moon Wells children? Hi, Rumpel. Hi, Shazam. That, hi, Danielle, Daniel, that are looking for justice, right? This channel here is only here for the children. And what that means is my intentions are to bring the children justice. That's my intention. And the children include, the Summer Moon Wells children include those that have been touched by an evil that nobody is talking about. Sebastian has been touched by one of those evils that no one wants to talk about. I'm so in tune psychically to what's happening within the world of the children and within the world of YouTube creators. I almost don't know how to separate the two. Like, I don't know. I haven't come up with how I'm going to do that because the information of the children's story is coming so quickly. And the information from the YouTube creators is so apparent. A lot, you know what they're banking on is that a lot of YouTube listeners are new. They want new listeners, these channels. They want new listeners so you don't know anything about the Summer Moon Wells case. So you don't have a comparison to how they acted and how Summer Moon Wells case went down. Many people now are new. Even Dolly Vision said he has all of these new people. So imagine, you get all of these new people and they don't know anything about the past. The Summer Moon Wells case was so dynamic and so much information came through that case that set the pace for the true crime community within the children's got gone, get gone, sacrificed children. These children all fall within the same category. They get sacrificed, you guys, and it's the same group. Now, I don't know who's who. We don't really know who's who because these things called deep fakes, it's, Sebastian, I'm Bernice, Sebastian, yeah, drugs are a big thing, Danielle, a big thing. Sebastian is an interesting case because I don't have a connection to his spirit at all. What I have a connection to is the chaos that's going around him. So this is new for me. There's been a split. There's been a split of communication for me. The YouTube creators, the way that they're responding to each other, I'm talking Dolly Vision, Michelle After Dark, Trev, Ryan Finds Truth. Now, there's more, but there's a group that's they just whoosh, come together like it just the same as they did with Summer. So nobody would know that because most of the people wouldn't know that because they weren't around. And I think the creators, whoever they may be, know that. They know that. Benny Keys. Benny Keys is the most interesting to me because White Boy, whatever it's called, White Boy, I don't know his name, but between the White Boy guy, the Gotcha Man, Ryan Upchurch, the Fisherman, they all give me the story. And it's funny how nobody is asking, where's Benny Keys? Where's Benny Keys? The new people aren't asking because there are new listeners listening. He is not on YouTube. White Boy Lockdown. Now, I don't know who Benny Keys is because I have Benny Keys as deep faked in man. 100 different people. For all you guys know, Dolly Vision is quote unquote Benny Keys. Or Dolly Vision is quote unquote Ryan Finds Truth. Or Benny could be anyone. You cannot solve these issues and solve these cases by one YouTube creator. They have something going on between the group. And all I know is the story that I get through Spirit has not shifted. The elements are becoming extremely strong. And they're going deeper and deeper as these YouTube creators are reinventing themselves in a different category, meaning reinventing themselves through a different story called Sebastian. Sebastian is the new Summer Moon Wells. Sebastian is making this group as much money as Summer Moon Wells. Now, I just do my thing here, right? I'm not retiring on this money and I haven't made enough money to stop doing other things. It's just, that's not what it is for me here. It's for me to teach people and for me to tell the children's story so they get justice. You see, Dolly Vision's videos are interesting to me. And there must be all new people because it's completely new conversation. From 3 years ago, there was ruckus, there was fighting amongst this group with Ziggy and Justice Justin for All and Molly and Tiffany and the painter and whatever else. They're still there, but the energy is different. The energy is different. So that means that there's something there that is shifting their energy. And it's not about the children for them. My channel here is for the children. Their channels are not for the children. I'm sorry. It can't be. How can it be? All of these stories give gifts of information. All of the YouTube creators give gifts of information. Gifts. If I combine Benny Key's information with the fisherman's information, with Dolly's information, with Ernie Shell's information, with Ryan Finding Truth, with Trev, there's a group that their information I'm showing you today is identical. It's identical. Can anyone guess what you're looking at here? Starting this out with this photo, what you're looking at here. I'm going to break it down. This is the element that holds all of the pieces together. These are the sticks that each and every victim have. It's placed in the water, it's placed in the rocks, and it is there for the sake of the resurrection. Now, I'm putting this out here the way I am today because everything I do and say here falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. This is for entertainment and educational purposes. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's false. But this is the information that I received to be true. And there are people that do come in and they don't understand what I'm doing. All you have to do is just listen. Just listen and allow yourself to look at it differently. I'm going to take the saturation out of this photo so I could point out what I mean. This photo here, every victim has one of these things. They're wrapped with like string. There's a heart on them. There's a number 5 on them. These things are placed in the water, and each victim has one that represents them. This is like a person on a cross, basically. Okay? Let me turn it. here, the top piece, I turned it so you could see the number 5. There's your number 5. These are the strings. That's the white heart. The white with the red heart in there. These are the critters that are placed in here. And you've got the string wrapped around it. Then you have the information that I've been telling you, how these things are placed. They're placed with like a scientific something behind it. Like they're not just placed in the earth, thrown in the water and placed thrown in the water. They're not just thrown in the water. These pieces are used. And each of these pieces, you guys, let me contrast this. I've shown you this as I call them elements. That little light, there's your 2 dots, and there's your L, and there's your supposedly head. So these are elements. Because it's occult, it looks like this. We have seen this over and over and over in each and every case. Kylie Rodney sticks just like this were on the sand. On the sand. Catch a TV had it on the sand. Let's see. Catch. Check a TV. Is that what it's called? I always get it wrong. Oh, here, check it. Let's see. Fake basket. Let me see if it's in here. Here. Come on. Check it. I don't. Oh, you know what? I may have moved all of his stuff under Kylie. Let me see. Yeah, check it was very interesting. Good vibes. This would be a good one for me to show you because they're sticks. And he had it. He had all of these sticks on the sand. You guys remember that? So interesting. When I try to pull up, check it, it brings me to Don B. Well, I don't want to spend. All right, well, as I say that, this is one of them that was in Check-Its. And this was in the corner of the room. This is this, you see. Check a TV had all of the information in his videos. all of it. So you could see here, let me turn this the right way. This is Checkered TVs in the corner. Let's turn this. That would be kind of like this with the 5 straight up. And this comes from the fisherman's boat. This and this are telling the same story. It's the same story. This and that. All of these little gadgets were within each and every story. They're called critters. And this shit winds up in the water. But they call it sacrifices. And they call it, you know, a sacrifice. This is Kylie Rodney. This is Kylie Rodney. And this could be Kylie Rodney. Each one of these creators give me the story because their information matches. Matches. And that's just what I started with here. The fisherman's story that I have in here today pulls it all together. It's really interesting. And I think tomorrow I'm going to do a psychic reading on Benny. Because I just need to get it out. It's oh my God, it's driving me crazy. Because it's driving me crazy. This is a fake car if you have never seen my picture like this before. Fake car. And most of his photos almost show the fake car purposely. Like purposely. These pieces, you guys, the one in the upper left-hand corner comes from Benny's car. The one in the upper left-hand corner is Benny's car. The upper right-hand corner is Checkered TV. The bottom left-hand corner is the family from YouTube channel. And then the bottom right-hand corner is Benny's. These are all the same number 5 boxes. Maroon, the green, the white, the yellow. Hi, Jean. So each and every YouTube creator that I follow, they give me the same information in particular groups. You see, and as they've covered this Sebastian story, and I listen to the creators jumping to tell you to go watch Dolly Vision, I'm completely shocked. I'm going to show you this in the water today. This. Sacrifices. Sacrifices. You guys have to pay attention. You have to pay attention to what I'm saying. In order to learn, you have to like pay attention. Because it's the information from the children that are going to bring justice. And the information, you have to like look for it. Once you understand what you're looking for, you see it like boom, boom, boom. This is Benny Keys, allegedly. And that is part of the equipment that is being shown allegedly in the phone. Now, couple things that you have to recognize when you see Benny. Whichever Benny shows up. Let me darken this a little because sometimes contrast. Okay. A couple things to recognize, and this was also in the Idaho 4, I bring it up all the time. If you think that these stories fall under the same Summer Moon Wild story, one of the things that they have to have, because this is the way they film it, is they're in the plastic, like they're against a plastic frame, and they have the frame around their heads, and that is a piece of equipment that you're looking at. So it's this frame that's always shows. It showed all through the Idaho 4, and then this is almost like really there. But these are, and his head is coming out of something. But those are very important things to recognize when you're looking at these videos. See how he looks as if his head is coming out, like there's a hole and his head's coming out of the fake box. That's common. Because the head, I call it head on a platter. I don't know if they're alive, if they're dead, if they're real, if they're fake. Sometimes I think they're completely fake. And notice his lip. When he looks like this Benny, he has the heart on his lip. Now, the different Bennies have different teeth. So you could, different teeth, different smiles. They're not the same face. Period. End of story. This face with these teeth are not all, they don't jive with the other Benny's faces. They just don't. I mean, put that Benny's face, this Benny's face, with this one. Like, who's this? It's a different Benny. I have so many of his faces. So the children know that they see these things. These are things that get put on deep fakes. And Dolly Vision, I'll be interested to see him in person because I will be at the convention to see what he really looks like, because every photo here is from Dolly Vision's videos, from one video, from his Sebastian video. I know, my puppies. Like, all of these faces come from one Sebastian video. The teeth to the left are so Benny's teeth. Those are not, I don't know whose teeth those are, but I'm putting it out there, Dolly, that your image changes a lot and your teeth don't stay the same. So you could have deep fakes, right? But you can't be changing your teeth throughout the video unless there's a deep fake in there. Unless someone is deep faking you and it's a complete scam. Like a complete scam. Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be funny? I sent this to my guy, all of this information, just to have him analyze it. Ignore my dogs. They're huge. If they see anything, they bark like crazy. So I also keep this. These guys also look like Benny to me. The guy to the left was on the fisherman's boat. On the boat that I believe I saw a Summer Moon Wells and I saw Ernie Shell. This guy's face and the Walgreens guy to the right. This Walgreens guy, see, this is the stuff that this is the stuff that the new subscribers and the new people, I have all the videos. Go back and watch the videos on Summer Moon, because Summer Moon Wells really set the stage. Totally set the stage. I have almost 800 videos, and they all show either they know their stuff is being deep faked and the stories of the children are being placed in there, and they're totally scamming everyone, or they don't. The guy who showed up on the very first day in front of Walgreens with that photo, I'd love to know who he is. Because that face is, to me, everyone's face. So spiritually, what I'm saying is, his face, let's see, could be, let's see if I could uncrop this. Well, I cropped these. Could be Dolly Vision. Why not? They have the same shape face. They have the same lips. They have the same teeth. It's the same. Even if I put this other one with different teeth, these teeth don't have a space, but they look like these guys. So this guy that showed up at Walgreens, and let me tell you, it's the group that is following Sebastian like flies on shit when there's so many other stories and there's nothing to be told. There's nothing there. There's zero there. Zero. There's air. It's air. But it's the same group that's doing that introduced the Walgreens guy. No one ever talked about it. It wasn't in the news as a real thing, but they're the ones who talked about the Walgreens guy. And that face, boom, pops up for me. I can't let it go, and I won't let it go. And the guy to the left is the guy who's on the fisherman's boat that I saw Summer Moon Wells on. and Ernie Shell. That's the one that I have pictures of. Now, this is Benny to the right, and that is Dolly Vision to the left. That's no Dolly Vision. I'm telling you, I feel a Benny Keys throughout my whole body. No fucking way. That is not the Dolly Vision that we know. Period, 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 period. Done deal. No fucking way. It's a Benny character. Because the one to the right, his teeth also are not the same as we see Benny Keys' teeth. You have to look at the teeth, you guys, because the teeth are really important. Sometimes they have baby teeth. Baby teeth. But this here, you look at the bennies that show up. The bennies that show up do not have this mouth. I know it. No, no, and no. No, 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 they do not. That is not Benny's mouth that we know. So, if you're listening, Benny, it's either your teeth or they're not your teeth. So it's like nobody comes forward. Like, send us a picture of your teeth. Benny's won't match, and Molly's won't match to that, unless they match to this and not the one that he shows on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? This group has been doing this since 2021. Maybe they've been doing it since 2018. I've only been on YouTube since 2021 from Summer Moon Wells, and it's only this group. And there's more of them. There's, America of Gardens, whatever it is, Gardens of America. I mean, there's all of those. It's the ones that are, there's a pattern, you guys. So when I look at Sebastian, I don't get the same information as when I speak with Summer Moon. Summer Moon, it gives me the information that brings them justice on a painful sacrifice level. Sebastian is creating me to go relook at this. This is what he's giving me. This is the energy he's saying. He's like, they're all fucked up. I'm not stupid like they think I am. I am not stupid like they think I am. That's like what keeps coming through. Like, I am not dumb, you motherfuckers. I'm going to give her the information and you're all going to get like freaking busted. Like, he seems very strong to me. And it's more about the people that are surrounding him than what he went through. Where Summer Moon Wells, it's about the children, because to me, she's ahead of the children. Like, she takes care of them all. And she is there for the sake of the children to get their story out. Sebastian comes across to me as the words, I haven't really even looked into his story, but he is saying like, I'm not as dumb as you think I am. And he's like kind of pissed. So this is the information that comes through. And I could only put together stuff that comes through. I mean, because or else I would sit down and probably like bring out something else. But it is important to show this. And that Dolly Vision is that to the left. And that's Benny. And again, the lips are the same. I'm re-showing this because it's going to lead into something huge. These are all dolly visions. See how the same, see the wording on the bottom? It's the same. It comes from the same Sebastian video. There's no way in hell you could talk me into these are the same faces. Thank you for all those ones. Woohoo! You can't. You cannot say at all that these faces are the same. There's nothing about these faces that look like the Benny that's selling soap today. This is not the Benny selling soap. Okay? He is not the one selling soap today. This dude is not the dolly selling soap today. They're in the same video, see? As Dolly in the front seat. Who are you? Who are you? Because what I see is all of these people, you guys, have created an irritance, like an irritating energy for Sebastian. They have created something so irritating. And he's smart enough to know. That's all I know. There's an irritating, someone's mad, someone got angry, someone got annoyed, someone got so bothered, like, get the fuck out of here, like, just get out of our faces, dude. Like, so bothered, someone stepped in someone's toes, someone stepped in someone's chili, like, and that's what I feel. That it's the energy. This guy is Dave, RV Dave. Gives me tons of information. These are all Benny's too. Now, I may have shown these, but I have to keep showing them because it's the intro to the rest of my very long presentation. These photos, you guys, are Benny in a car. He is in the fake car because he's really sitting in the corner because he is really a deep fake victim. You see the white bar over his head? The white bar over his head? This happens all day long. All day long. The victims are right there. So the ones that are listening right now that are the guilty party, yeah, I see it. I see it. There's nothing you could do to make me unsee it. There's nothing more you need to give me for me to see more. I see it. But the group keeps giving gifts of information. But this is not Dolly to the right. And that ain't no Ryan Upchurch to the left. I find this to be stronger information than it's ever been before. So maybe this is what Sebastian recognizes the most, that he's good with faces. He could be a child that's just really good with faces and memory. You know, like memory. And yeah, this is his way. This is his way of getting through to people. Because I know I've gone over this. Urgent information. Urgent. Urgent information. Maddie. This is Maddie from Idaho 4. I have shown these pieces of threads, you guys, before. I've shown this before. Look right here. These are like pieces of skin. These girls were faces of victims. So it wasn't only about the 4 Idaho kids. There was a group. They're the faces of the group, just like Summer Moon Wells. Just like Summer Moon Wells. Look. Benny, in his videos, I always point this stuff out. These are patches on him with the same hearts and strings. It's interesting how that doesn't belong there, right? We know that doesn't belong on him. And I could show it really clearly in the video and stop the video and show that it's live video and this isn't something that's just pops up. It's in the video. And the authorities I don't think, maybe they are recognizing that. Recognizing that Shanann Watts, walking in her house, the allegedly Shanann Watts, to all the way to the left, had the same bit of information on her body. I'm going to contrast this. This is the same thing that was hanging on her body. See? As Kylie Rodney had. And Benny. This is stuff that was repeated over and over in the Summer Moon Wells cases. There is something about the Summer Moon Wells case that they want to bury because the conversation just came to like an abrupt end. And personally, if anyone tries to bring it in quickly, it will be because you listened to me. That's a sacrifice that I have exactly what summer looks like. You see, because I've been doing this for so long, you guys all know I have information that matches. So if you decide and think you're going to put this shit out there for Sebastian, I'll grab it. But you guys have a smelly little something going on. And the storyboard just is not going to work anymore. Because I'm not going anywhere. You guys aren't going to acknowledge the fact that these are the sacrifices and this is what it looks like. They go in like a cocoon and they wind up in the water. that with the heart on it is, let me turn this, is this. So I like to turn it. Turn. There we go. Copy. Okay. I mean, I even know the way, I even know when it's turned the wrong way. This is what you're looking at. So I'm going to bring up all the things that you all are trying to make the listeners not hear or not learn about. This is the fisherman I follow. Now, it's not about him. He's got millions of viewers. Just like the Beestons and the Kents, they have millions of viewers. Not about him. But his information and his faces all match up. So what I did was it was his face as much as the information that I pulled to the side. This here, you guys, whoever knows I'm right, and you all know that this shit is going on, I would think by the next part of my presentation, you'll shit in your pants. Because somebody else will say, oh no, that's stuff to go deep fishing, deep dive, go down in a submarine. I believe this is the equipment. The equipment. It's got every piece that I have marked out in the last 3 years. Let me show you. It's so back here. Copy. Let's start with this. There's your bucket. You guys, it's scary. It's what's scary is I see this and believe it to be true. That's what's scary because on many levels for me. This is your white bucket. Heads go in buckets. That is your rope inside. That's the clear front. These are pieces of the equipment. Now, you've got the gauge, correct? Wait. You have the victim in the cage. Watch. This here would represent the victim that is behind the mesh. This is your mesh. This is your, oh yeah, everything is here. This is your victim. See your two victims? See the pole? These are the two victims. Right here. So maybe it's not, but it gives me the opportunity to show you victim, victim. They're connected. Here's the pole that's going through them. There's that. What this is, you guys, this is the same video that I started with the photo of this here piece of the sacrifice goes in the water. This is the end of the video. This is the beginning of the video. These are what I see to be victims. So let me change the coloring. See if it works better. And I'll crop it in to one victim. What you're going to see here, you guys, is the victim with the same stuff on their head. Their mouth looks the same as I tell you. Everything in here matches. That's your victim. Look at the little face. It's like almost like a bird face. It's sticking out. It's got a pressure cooker. Maybe they're cooking them. Maybe this is an oven. Maybe it's cooking. But this is that. Now, I don't get what 1978 is, but I'm going to show you that this arm, this little arm, and where it's hanging. Right. Grab a different piece. So this arm is by the maroon. It's a camera. The camera against a plexiglass. Now, this is in here like this. See? To Scooby-Doo. It's interesting to look at. It's to me a what's 1978? And then the video continues, and the information that I receive, again, it's the story of the children. Doesn't mean you guys are going to see it. No. But I see that this is the story of the children. They wind up in the, like they're pieces. There's like pieces. They don't like all get taken and thrown in the water. It doesn't work like that. They get placed within the earth. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, but what did you think that represents something? So I see, again, scientific equipment. Even though this is a submarine that's going under, blah blah blah. They go in the water and they do stuff. I see within videos the story of the children. There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of stuff going on, you know? So when I look at this, I see that this is what it looks like. This is familiar to the children. This scene is familiar to the children. They know this. They've been in this situation. Their bodies have been in this situation. So what you're looking at to them resembles their story. Somewhere in here is their story. So let's change the coloring. So what I do is I read this stuff, right? What's happening here is a sacrifice. And these sacrifices are in this photo. So what that means is spirit is trying their best to give me images that represent what happened to them. So when I read a picture, elements pop out. This is the Summer Moonwell's child with the predator there as well. That's a child. You see how that works? So I see that. That's what we're looking at, this thing with the blood. There's something major that happens with the blood, right? But the room that they go in is like this, you guys. Yeah, like submarine. This is like a submarine. They're doing some family event. So my eye brings me to, it's like I spy with my little eye. Elements that the kids recognize. They recognize this. they recognize this. These are pieces that go with them. These are part of the ritual. That's what it looks like. Am I saying that this guy is in there with part of its ritual? No. No. This is what the kids see as familiar. So it's reinforcing that they were sacrificed. And they were used and abused, and pieces of them, you guys, wind up within the earth. I've seen this scene before. We've seen this equipment in the boat, the fishermen, in the fake car. And that's a victim. That's what it looks like when they sit in the corners of these rooms. Right here is what I showed you in the beginning. I think this is the laser light that represents them. Like, I think that this is 110% what it looks like to the children. Wait 1 second. Okay. So look at the guy in that little photo. So that guy in the little photo, that's what I see as the fake car. It's the fake car to me. And let me show you the stuff that you know what this looks like? It looks like the presentation I showed you guys yesterday with all the equipment in the back of the fake car. And it had like this. It looks like a vacuum. Looks like a vacuum. It has a white bucket. This is what was in the back of the car. So that information just came through. So this is what, okay, so now it's going to pull together, right? Because this is what was in the back seat of the car yesterday's presentation. Let's see. Bingo. Frickin' bingo. Let's look at this. Let me open up other one so I could copy and paste. This here, I showed you yesterday. It's this. I'm going to plug the rest in here. It's this. She's sitting. See how it's rounded with the equipment there? And they're buckets. Let me show you. I should get clearer photos. Just imagine that the white face here, they turned it all white so you can't see it, but there's legs like there are in this picture. just like this. And there's a bucket. There's like, I have the whole video of this. There's the heart. See the little heart? And the white 5. This is all the same. Here's the heart. And this is attached. This is a person in white. Same thing. Thank you for all those ones. And this photo gives me, sorry, the dog is acting weird. This photo gives me awesome information. What this show is showing me is when I would look at Chronicles of Olivia, and not to say there's anything going on with her, Chronicles of Olivia, I would see tons of elements. And they'd be just like this. They'd be in this camera and the fuzzy thing on top. And this gave me great information, just like this is. Wait. It's hard to brighten it up, but I could show you just by changing a little bit of the color. So, you know, the victim get an eyeball removed. Like this is what the machine looks like when it's covering the face. And they must hold the machine that does that to their face like this. So again, he may be covering whatever he wants to be covering, but that's the story, is that when these kids are getting sacrificed, you know, things happen to them that it's very uncomfortable to talk about. And this is one of them. But they're recognizing and trying to show what the machines look like. And the eyes covered. And it just slowly changes and shifts. Here, the colored one, what's going on here, you guys? I have to just say that this is stuff that no one wants to talk about, but stuff like this is what happens and where the children are being used. I don't even know how else to say it. That this is what it looks like. That is what they wind up looking like. Hanging in the window behind a plexiglass. But this is what they look like. I mean, that's what keeps coming out. See, look at his face. Look at the machine, how it's changing, because it's trying to tell us the story, you guys. This is a human's face, and this is what they do to it. You're just supposed to watch. That's it. So when I do stuff like this, you guys, it's all new to me too. Because I didn't I didn't realize that this happened to me until YouTube. I didn't know how I didn't realize that that's what was happening. And I never thought in a million years I'd be using YouTube creators channels like this. I mean, it's pretty damn clear. And that's what the victims look like at the end. Oh, long gone, yeah. This is insane. To me, this is insane that this happens. Look what's happening. There's like a message coming out from behind him. This is insane. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are not all real. But if you look at the head, the face, what's above his head, and then look at the victim. The victim here, this victim, remember we said, see the A? That's the A-frame. This victim would line right up with the carnival ride. This would line right up with the carnival ride. Let's see. That's the A. Okay, let me find. I'm looking for. So this is where the victim lines up. In here. Oh. Oh my God. Wow, you guys. Wait till I show you this. And this I didn't see. See, it's such a real thing. Like, it's such a real thing that's happening with me. that it blows me away. This is this in the ride. That's the A. That's the triangle. So I'm going to turn this. Turn it. The carnival ride is they're in a bridge. It's a bridge. This is a bridge. It's a bridge. See this? This is from the carnival. That is that. So when I turn the carnival one, this is the way it's supposed to be. They're behind the plexiglass. See how I said that's behind the plexiglass? See how there's a plexiglass here in the maroon box? So this is a victim, like what you see to the right, and they're in the maroon box. There's the frosted, that's the box, the frosted maroon trim, and this is that. That thing is frosted. Now that makes sense why they showed us a frosted window. Remember, I'm like, well, that's a fake car. Like, it was a frosted window. It was just kind of weird that I showed it. Where is it? Here. Now that makes sense because this frosted window would go see, it's frosted. It's a frosted window. Ooh, that's the fake car. See what I mean? This is what I do. I said that this is really more, I didn't know what I was showing, but I knew that that window didn't look like that. Like, that's, car windows don't look like that. And that's a side door. So the body would lay in the corner like that guy's head. You see how that guy's head is laying in the corner? Right? So they're outside the fake window. Outside the fake window. Sorry guys, I'm going through it. Okay. So when we see the fake car, what they're saying is, when I talk about the fake car, this is called channeling. Some people may call it channeling. Some people may call it freaking fucking weird. You could call it whatever you want to call it, because I call it freaking weird. Crazy, actually. But everything is here. So when we see the fake cars, and we see that little handle hook, this little handle hook, they know what that handle hook is, whatever that is. And here in the car, they're even showing it in the wrong place. It's weird that it's there. But the heads lay like that. So they're outside the windows. They're on the other side of the window. And they're on that hook. So the fake cars, I'm putting the story together with you guys. The fake cars bring them here. Their fake cars bring them to the fake window. There are no windows on their cars. They're fake cars. They're not, this is in their, whatever. Their cars are just the outside of the car. It's like a car that's used to go here. And then the plexiglass, like, it's outside their window. They're outside. They're in a different space. They look at them in a different, like in a bubble. They look at them in a different space. Do they look at them in space? They look at them through a window. That's loud and clear. Through this window. Look at that. Is fake car hanging? Possibly. This they're looking at they're looking at this through something. That's their final, like, their trophies, like, spiritual to them. These are pieces that are spiritual to them. They're doing something. Wait, whose face is here? Wait, they used to be the man. Do you guys see a boy's face? First of all, let me ask you, do you see a boy with dark hair? Do you guys see what I see? A boy with dark hair. The heck? Oh my goodness. The heck? Yeah, this was the fisherman. This is... The heck? Look at the ear. How clear is that? That's the number 5 in the machine. Do you see that? You guys, that's the maroon. My ears, you guys, my ears are hot. Oh my God, my ears are burning up. Like, I feel that there's fire. Like, so my ear, what's happening spiritually is my ears are burning. They're really burning. My face is heating up. Heating up. Look at this, the top of the pole. It's the number 5. This, you guys, this is the piece. Oh my God. We found something big, I feel. Like, this is a machine. You guys, we've seen this in so many versions, but this is it. And there's like a chip. Did they put a chip in? Are they using a chip? See? Oh my God, you guys, he's holding... Look at this. They were trying to tell us that the head is in the corner. You guys, my chest is now burning up. This is so cool. So, spiritually, they were trying to say the head is in the corner. Like, we we had it. Like this. Change it. Oh my goodness. I am literally, I feel the heat. They were saying how this is this. Oh my goodness. It gets placed in the earth. This is the setup. All right, let's get Robert Vaughn's stuff out. Do you remember this? This is Robert Vaughn. I said that's the machine. That's the whole thing. That this is the machine. This is what they had it look like. This is the machine. Let's see where it looks today. Let me take a screenshot of it. Let me get the yellow gone. So Robert Vaughn's equipment is the equipment that tracks these things getting put in the ground. So whatever's happening here is this. Oh, Muffin Top, why'd you do that? Thank you for that super sticker. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's see. I turned it. Okay. Let me turn it, you guys. Here it is. So this is Robert Vaughn. Same thing. That's the home. They get placed. So what we're being shown tonight, wait. Oh my God, you guys. When I start to channel like that, when I know it's really deep, wow. Wow, you guys, look at spirit go. See how there's one below him? So Robert Vaughn goes with more than one person. There's two here. Oh, thank you, Long Gone. Yes, I got everything. Thank you so much. You guys. So you see here how now we have two people here. You may see it, you may not. But this is what they're showing right now. This. Robert Vaughn's situation is the whole situation in a nutshell. This came from, so maybe some of you don't even know what I'm talking about. So during the Summer Moon Wells case, Summer Moon Wells, gave me tons and tons and tons and tons of information. Michael Vaughn, and to me, spiritually, Michael Vaughn and Summer Moon Wells went together. Michael Vaughn's father gave me this information. Now, Robert Vaughn is his father, Michael Vaughn's father, but I don't know if this is the same Robert Vaughn. His name happens to be Robert Vaughn, and it happens to be on a John Wells's, I think it's John, I don't remember, YouTube. It's on a Wells page, like the last name is Wells. So it all came together. So I've put this down as this is the story that these murderers, I call them, are following. They're following his story, following what he put together years ago. So pictures like this, and if you want, one day you could go look at my old videos. If you're new, welcome. So it was pictures like this, and what I'm told is this is what gets placed in the ground. This is what like they do with the trophies of the resurrection. And little pictures turned up, pictures that just showed these little things, and I call them little trophies. And they show up throughout Robert Vaughn's video like this. It's what they hold in their hand. That's what I see. This is what they hold in their hand. And that's what it looks like. See how that number 5, see that number 5? It's going like, let me look at this. That number 5 has that. Oh, look at that. Watch. Let me crop this in. That's the number 5 box. And from what I see, it has that little plastic thing goes this way. Watch when I open it. So this little critter here is that. So I have to find that. But so what I'm doing is just receiving bits of information. that it's always been here. They said that this information, ooh, is that a weird message? The information that they're showing us right now, what the Sebastian group is saying, is it's always been there. This information has always been there. And it's actually reinforcing the fact that we do all see different realities in time. What they're saying is part of their philosophy, part of what they're doing is something about everyone's reality is different, but what's being shown is the same information to everybody, but they all see it differently. But it's always been here. The critters are in here. I see them. There's the box, maroon, the green. It's going through the head. And that is this. Wow. That's the vacuum. You know how I told you the vacuum was in the cars? That's the vacuum. It's the same thing as the vacuum. Let's see if I have it in here. So this, see this here? That's the screen, and that's the pieces in there. Check It TV. So this is a spiritual piece. The head is in the corner. You see that, you guys? The head's in the corner. Head is in the corner. So this would be the sacrifice. This is the string. You're being lifted up. They were in the ground. They go in the ground and then they dig them up. These go in the ground, you guys, and then they go hunting for them. They dig them up. These things get dug up, and this is the trophy. And you could dig them up, but see these white strings? You could pull them out. So you know that white string, I'm like, they all have a white string connected to the box? This is the white string, but these get placed in the earth, and then they somehow get loose, and they go get them and bring them home. Yeah. Guys, I found a new drink. It's a coffee. You get it like at Whole Foods. No sugar. It's a cinnamon bun flavor. I gotta get the name of the brand, but oh my God, it's so good. The best one yet. Sorry, I'm getting so thirsty. So yes, that's the head. And these things get found. They go, maybe that's what they're digging up down when they go in a submarine. I don't know. Maybe that's what that submarine was going for. And this is from the fisherman's boat. They show this stuff gets, this gets taken out of the water. That has to be this. It's the dark one. It's not the white one. Let me put this on top of each other. It's the dark maroon stick, not the white. This stick with the head, look how this all goes together. These, here they come. Let me turn it the right way. That would be these. Wait. Oh, I don't even have to move them. They're angled exactly the same way. Weird. That is this. It's the same thing. This is the maroon. See? Look at it. I don't even have to move it. You know why I don't have to move it? Because it's always the same. It's a formula. It's the maroon. It's a formula. In the water during, see, I'm bringing in all of the things that were from Kylie Rodney, which they don't talk about anymore, Summer Moon Wells, Michael Vaughn, all of the cases that everyone talked about for 3 years, not one of them are mentioned, and not one of them has a body been found. None of them have answers. None. But those same creators have the same story, but they forgot what they did 3 years ago. Benny Keys' fake car is to the right. Kylie Rodney's car in the water, the footage taken from Adventures with Purpose, is to the left. See how they're pulling on little thin strings? That heart, same thing. And that can't be a car. Look at the top of the car. There's someone coming out of the top of the car. And this is where I got, see his steering wheel? It's got the number 5 in the steering wheel that I showed you. Here, I'll show you this picture. I don't know why I'm stuffed up. There's certain incense I put my incense on. I lit them, and some of them I'm so stuffed up from it. I'm not sick. It's actually from the incense. Weird. Okay, so what you're looking at in his steering wheel is what I showed you in the beginning. It's the maroon boxes. These things. Okay. Oh, come on. I can't make it smaller. What the heck? There we go. There we go. So this is what's in the steering wheel. See the little string? The little white string. Yeah. So, again, same. So here's the same fishing company that I'm going over with right now. I pulled all these photos aside it's going to be 3 years. And it's just really all starting to match up. So I do see that there's things, and this to me, what you're looking at is they just fished out. No, they're putting that in, you guys. They put these in the water. These are like pieces of them. This is what they do on the boat. This part, the fishing part. Oh my God, I could so hear Benny Keys going, oh, my mom's going fishing. She hasn't fished in a long time. There's certain things he said there's a bunch of things that he has said that I grabbed real fast, and that was one of them. That his mom, she went fishing. So this here, now I see it. See, like after I go through, basically it's channeling in a reading. What we've learned tonight, and it's through Sebastian. I don't know which Sebastian, because there's a few of them, you guys. There's not one. This here is what they're placing in the earth. See, that's the big heart, the white with the red. The body is wrapped and that's what the face looks like. This is what, so when I show pictures, the mouth looks like that. Like of Molly Golightly. I have pictures of Molly Golightly looking just like this. This is what we're looking at. It's just in a different phase. So that gets placed in the water, right? That is the head, the guy's, I just showed it to you. I don't know if I could grab it. But this is what they're doing, maybe on the boat. This just like that. And then you've got you grab the other one. Oh my God, for a second I didn't know if my dog is here. And this is where I see summer. This is the one boat ride that I said I saw Ernie Shell on. This is it. This is it. To me, that's summer. And this is the same boat that I saw Ernie Shell on. Now, I don't know the Ernie Shell that I call Ernie Shell. And this is what's in the back of the boat. Sitting on a chair. So they're sitting, this thing, whatever this is sitting in a chair. And remember, see, this was Kylie Rodney. If you look and know your elements, it is obvious that a Kylie Rodney is a Summer Moon Wells child. There's her head. There's the number 5 box. So it's like, that is why it's so important to learn and listen. I think that is where the kids are going to get the most justice, is by people recognizing what you're looking at, seeing the truth, seeing the sacrifice. So when you look at it, these guys can't get away from it because it's in their faces, because we're going to know what we see. You're going to see what they don't want you to. Spiritually, what they say is it's always been there. We just didn't see it. Just didn't see it. Kylie Rodney has always been a Summer Moon Wells missing child. They're pulled in like mummies. This is what we've been looking at this time. Because what those guys wind up being in the water, so it goes from humans, so what they're saying is it starts like this. And then the fishermen, so what, this is just how I'm getting the story. I don't know if it's true, I don't have no idea. But they say this is how it starts. This was the night of the sacrifice. This is the night. This is the night of the sacrifice. Okay, this is the night of the party. That is the party. This is the sacrifice. This is how they start. And then they get thrown in the water. They get placed in the water by the fishermen. This stuff. Okay, so this, when these get placed in the water, I'm going to tell you what I see, okay? These cars, this is what I see. Now, I'm just going to let it roll. I'm just have to close my eyes for a minute. These small little cars, by the time this is the night of the sacrifice, everything's been, the person disappears before the day they say so. Always. Not sometimes, always. They're always gone before. The sacrifice takes place, but everything else has already taken place prior, you guys. So what I'm seeing is everything else is done. Like I'm just channeling it through, you guys. I see all of the exchanges, the money, the drugs, whatever, that's all been done. The essay, all of that is beforehand. People know about this. All that you don't want to know, this is what it comes back as. This is what they signed up for. And the body comes back like this. They need to place it in the water. Place it in the water. They push it. It's like they place it in the water, and then it's a process. It goes. Everyone knows it goes to a space, like a space for them, and someone places it there. Someone places it there, and mine's like that. It's been on the boat. It's in different phases, but the hurt and the pain and all that's done. So this is why the children know what this looks like. This is why she's able to tell me. the part that no one talks about. They're saying that a lot of they don't know their story because everyone's story is different. So psychically, I guess that I would be able to individualize the stories because what they're saying is they're dead already. Like, and this is a part that they don't all go to. This is like, let's say the Wells did this to their daughter, right? But they don't see this part. This is the part that they want me to share. This is the part that needs to be shared because no one knows this goes on. I'm learning. This is all, what's new to me is I have now entered into a different space. That's what happened. This space is different, you guys, since the last it's going to be 3 years. They're telling me that this is the part of the story that most people don't know because they don't know exactly what happened to Summer after they did everything bad. So all of the stuff prior is horrific. It's like it's a totally separate experience. Once they're completely, whatever they do, I can't even speak that shit. All of that is horrific. It's a whole thing. But what they're saying is now they want to show me this part. This is like the, these are the words, shish kebab. The shish kebab of what is left. These are the remains of what is left once they're out of their parents' hands. I can't wait to listen back to myself because I have no fucking idea what I'm saying. I'm so stuffed up. I feel like I just got a major cold. Yes, they're at peace. Justice coming soon. What they're saying is they passed on they watched this. Spiritually, they saw this. Spiritually, they watched it. They watched this. And this is the part that the Sebastian group could help with, I guess. Summer Moon Wells knows all this. It just took Sebastian. So Sebastian, they're making a big deal over Sebastian because Sebastian is a special one also. Now, I don't know, you guys. I think that there's a lot more Sebastians. Almost like there were lots of Summer Moon Wells before we met Summer Moon. There are a lot of Sebastians before they selected this Sebastian. And that's why this group, it's a group decision, you guys. It's like they decided to play in another playground, but they're playing the same game. So it's like they are in a different playground, okay, playing the same game. Like they went to another park to swing on the swings. But they're maybe swinging on a different swing, but they're swinging. You see, that's the only thing that happened in Benny Keys. Benny Keys, I think, let me see if this daughter's home. I think I need to do a reading on him. It was like my first reading. I can't, like, I don't know why my nose is so stopped up. Okay, wait 1 second. If home, grab Loki. Out. Hold on. Okay. Kylie Rodney. Kylie Rodney. Adventures with Purpose with Kylie Rodney. I said, actually, before I even came up with the Robert Vaughn so strongly, I said that a company like, even though it's not them, like Adventures with Purpose, does the placement and they record it so people know where exactly it went. They go in there to find it so they know where it was placed in that area. So these things are placed in the area. So let's say if I were to make a movie, I'd be like, oh, and then this fake diver group comes and they dive in there and really what they're doing is finding the location or placing these things in the location. Like they would be involved, like they'd be part of the story to find these things. Because when you go back to Adventures with Purpose from the beginning of Summer Moon Wells, this is the information you would see. Now, lots has changed over there, right? Because they don't show it as easily. See this? This is what they're showing on their TV. So we know that these things don't exist like this. What they're showing, let me show you, is what they're placing down in there. Let me show you how it looks the same. This is what I just told you they place in the water. See what that looks like? Like you could see the machine. It's under the house. They have a little like roof, and I've mentioned that roof before. Let me brighten this up. I'm changing the color and see if you can see it better. So this would be like the rooftop. It's this, they show the story. Like understand that what they're supposed to be showing is they're looking for a car for heat. They're looking for a car and all they say is heat. This isn't even something they could show. What they are showing is the photo that we have of Kylie Rodney that was thrown in the water. Because this is what they're looking for. This. That's what I get. Or they're going and they moved it and put it under the car. But that's what I see happen. And on the top, you have the stick. Wait. You turn this. This is the stick. Wait. I'm bringing the yellow down. And you could see the triangle on top. This shit shouldn't be in there at all. But what it does is it matches the story. It matches the story perfectly. Perfectly. And then here's more ridiculous photos that show up in here. I mean, these photos are nothing more than showing a sacrifice. Like, because I have matched all of this up and I said that it's in a box with a frame, the box with the frame is right here. The machine that I'm showing you in the fisherman's boat is the same machine that's in their photos. That is the machine with the head on it and they're fucking going fishing. There's the pole across the head. It's the same. So, again, it all matches. It just looks differently. Here's the heads. Let me get the machine. Grab the machine. Which one? Oh. Do this one. Interesting. This one. Let me see. I'm still on. Are you here? I'm online. Can you grab him? Come in. Okay. This one from the fisherman. That's the head. So let me cut his face out so you could get a gist for what's on his head. Because this goes all the way down. So this is the fisherman. Okay? See all the equipment? That is this equipment. He's just turned differently. He's just turned differently. This is the story. and we're pulling this all together. And this is in Adventures with Purpose, which matches, oh, this. So that is the fisherman. Oh. Oh, wow. This is the fisherman. Oh, it looks like a cartoon character. It's the fisherman. This. Look at that. Look at that. See all the look at that. See how they're surrounded all by the cameras and the boxes? It's a camera. They're phones. They surround themselves by 1, 2, 3. They're probably doing 4 different channels at once. This here, this is the control room. Okay, you know how they're on different, they are different faces? You guys, you YouTube creators have to be doing this. You guys have to be the ones doing the face changes. I mean, I really don't understand how you, if you're doing that, why you would use children. But Dolly is a lot of different faces, and this would explain how you do it. The head is on a platter. It's in the middle, and they're surrounded by, this is the equipment. This is how they videotape it. You guys, I'm telling you. This is how they do it. Someone came up with how to build this. Wow. Oh, wow. It's a victim underneath. That's what I would call a victim. I'm watching. And I'm brightening up a little. Wow. I mean, if in fact this is true, this would be fraud. It would be fraud because you're misrepresenting yourself. Literally, I mean, it would, if in fact, like a kooky thing like this, and this is what they're doing, the only way to know who's who is to meet them, to investigate them. But what this is saying is if this is possibly, the way that you could do this, and it would be 1, 2, there's four different cameras. And there's babies. See? So a lot of different victims in here. So, oh my God, you guys, my ears. Equipment. What the heck is see, I see it differently. This is on its own page. I don't know what things are showing up for me, and they're changing, and this was a totally different version for me. But you see the information that's coming in front here. Just use your ones if you can. Let me show you. So the first thing, you see this, and something's here. There's the pressure cooker. The pressure cooker's there. And the thing on the head is there. Yeah, it's like the grub truck. And this head here reminds me of Michelle After Dark. No, I don't know why, it just does. Then there's a little head in this truck. So again, elements. Pressure cooker, the number 5. There's something on his head. Page 40. I can't believe how slow I'm going. Oh my God, it's so weird. The photo of a person looking over this guy, I just see her face. It doesn't mean anything other than it's someone that looks like her. Like it's someone that looks like her. But this is the victim. See the head. The pressure cooker's the craziest. This is what's on the back wall. And these are teeny. So, really, really little. I don't know why they look so big. Like that's what these look real big in other videos. Like I've seen this in the Beeston Bunch, and they're like doors that open, but they make them big. These look really teeny. Looks like a miniature. It looks like a miniature setup, like a fake setup of miniature toys. I wanted to show you these pieces because we've seen these before. See how the thumb is in there, and the thumb has a pink nail. These all have pink nails. When I see this girl laying here like this, spiritually what I see is when Summer was there with two people laying next to her on the bed and they were not moving. Like they had their hands underneath them, pulled back where you could see it on her back, and they weren't moving. And was Summer was right next to them on the bed. Actually, wow, actually she was on a boat. I felt like she was on a boat in that picture, to tell you the truth. I remember. I'm like, that was the picture that I said that she was on the boat. Why that's significant is because whatever's happening here, I believe is happening on the boat. This is a different part of the process. It's a picture I have of her, you guys. Gosh, I wish I could grab them. She's, what would I have named it? Boat? Let's see. No. No. Let's see. Seeing if I have it in a certain file. No. I have it marked down as if that was when she was in the boat. That's what I remember. Just more pieces, and I wanted a close up like this. And yes, she was like sitting with people that were sitting just like that. Huh. This reminded me of what is happening with the whatever they're putting in the water. And I'll show you why. It's in here. I've seen these pieces. To me, this is what the little pieces, like whatever they're doing, there's little pieces of equipment that go with this. Wow, that's coming across really strong. The picture that's with Summer, and it is a boat. Again, this here is the vacuum. So remember when I said the vacuum in the back of Don B's car? So, and I'll show it to you, and there's a head sticking out. So this is the vacuum. And there's a head sticking out. Here's the vacuum. See the head? This matches let's see, the red vacuum. I think it's in this one. Maybe. Not in that one. Wait, cancel. Just had it in a presentation. You guys remember summer. All right, let me see if it's in this one. I have a lot. Oh my God. Sorry, you guys. I want to find a picture of the red vacuum. Come on, give it to me. Here it is. So here's one of these versions. Whoops. This is what I'm talking about. Vacuum. And that's a face. Like that. And those are pieces. Little pieces. They have like these little teeny pieces. Oh, these are just the little cars I want to show you that are in the back of Ryan Upchurch's video. And those little trucks, I think, are used because these little trucks are in many places. They're in the wells. They were in one of my first visions. They're like black little trucks, kind of like that. Michael Vaughn was driving one, and their tires are really, really, and it's not a grass cutter. The tires are different sizes for these things. They just make them in different sizes, and that's basically the front of that car is what the front of Michael Vaughn's car looked like. This little car he drove in his back seat. This is Ryan Upchurch. Ryan Upchurch's videos I'm also coming back to, and it's interesting. The last couple days he hasn't said anything about true crime in a very long time, and then all of a sudden he's talking about Kylie Rodney. And certain information about the case. So I'm going to just show some of this as well because it does bring justice to the children, and it definitely shows elements. Much of his information shows elements. I've tried telling him about it, but didn't work out. I haven't heard from anybody up to date, but this is what his ear looks like. Let me get you closer. This is Summerman Wells case, Kylie Rodney case. These are elements. Those are fingers. Fingers, fingers, fingers. And the other side, I think, has a heart. And it just continued. So this is the stuff that I have in my bank of photos that help tell the story. And not one creator has come forth. I've showed you this before. These are supposed to be two Rodneys. Rodney. No. Oh my God. Dolly. The fisherman also has a bunch of different looks. That photo to the left, those are two different people, and those are two different faces, but they're in the same category as a Dolly vision, by the way. Like, it's the same look, but that face within the fisherman's face is totally different. There's a bunch of them like that, but they all fall into this category. Like you could mix them all up. More photos that aren't him. I showed you this the other day. This guy who's in all the photos to the left. That's a face to watch for. This is a face to watch for. And this face, you have no idea what you're watching for. None. None, because not one of my snapshots match. Dolly and Ryan Upchurch. Dolly and Ryan Upchurch. Molly and Dolly. No one looks like a Molly and a Dolly. Like if you put this up and said, oh, that's Molly Golightly and that's Dolly Vision, they'd be like, no, it's not. Well, that's what it's showing. This is what it shows. It's like all one face. And this is the plexiglass. This is what it looks like, the plexiglass. This is from someone else's room. That's weird. Again, this is Benny. And to me, he's looking down to someone. Down under. And that's part of the process. They're bringing a piece of the machinery. One of the sticks. This here, I took their faces out because it was the little girl was. I just didn't want to show it. This is the Beeson Bunch. What I want to show you is I have lots of photos like this, and they're sitting in a little triangle like tent. This is the same kind of a triangle like tent that I have pegged down as an important part of, I'm looking for it. Wait. Important part of Elements. Then now we know this triangular shape is now been found in the carnival. And what was the other one? Dollies. So this kind of stuff that you see here matches in Elements, right? This here confirms that you're looking at a wall of all five, like they look like fives like that. This is Benny looking out of his front window. A, it's a fake car. And B, he's not driving on the street. To me, that's not the Benny we know. That would be a victim. This is where they go. This is super important photo. I have so many of these photos, you guys, because I kept the story of Summer Moon Wells that everyone is not talking about anymore. These are plexiglass. That's the machinery on the head. These are victims. This is not a Benny we know, but this Benny is looking down into a hole, or he's laying down on the plexiglass looking at someone beneath him. I think that there's like some sort of piece of the machinery that's kind of looks like the inside of the car, like it's like a bubble like this that you could sit in and call that your submarine. But I keep these two together. Oh, I did put this in here. This is the back of Don B's car to the left. So many faces. I've gone over this. The vacuum. The vacuum. Vacuum. And the photos that everyone seemed to forget about the Idaho 4 of someone that cut a head off of a body. And that is being placed in a container. But no one gives a shit about these photos. No one. The dude that's in the back is sitting in a box with a bloody leg. Bloody leg. These are photos that they really want people to forget about. Just like the Summer Moon Wells case is being pushed all the way to the back. It's being pushed. They don't want people to be... So the goal is to just get new listeners that don't know who Summer Moon Wells is. If you went to a food truck and you saw this in the window, would you order mac and cheese? Seriously. Would you order mac and cheese? If you take a picture, send it in. Send it in. That's a box. It's a bloody leg. And that ain't no mac and cheese kitchen. This is giving you the impact of how horrid this stuff is. The things they do not have words. Do not have words. I don't understand how this isn't being recognized. Here's the hippie house video. Still, we have different dollies. His teeth to the right are little baby teeth. Little baby teeth. You're not looking at that dolly. This is the fisherman. These fishermen are sitting in a chair working with the same elements, but sitting in like a chair that is within some sort of a theater. They're not on a boat at night. This here are the elements. See, his legs are bloody, like it's the back of him. This is an intense thing he's doing here. Here, oh, interesting. Adventures with Purpose has this, oh, interesting. Adventures with Purpose has this, that's the snake. This person has no hands. The fuck is all this? There are no hands here, but that's that snake that, there are no hands here. Did I not look at this? Oh, here's a human in like the vacuum. The hell? It's a human. This is like the human in the vacuum. That is this. Wow. This is Don B's. So what we're looking at, what page is this? 79. I guess I never looked at these little pieces before. Oh my God. This is the fisherman's boat. Oh, wow. Wow. See, these are bad. These are bad things that you're looking at. I guess I never noticed it. But these are really bad. I mean, this shouldn't be on a fisherman's boat. But what you have here, again, these are all the elements. Wow. And there's Dolly. Oh my God. And I wanted to end with, I actually had another, I'll have to put up another presentation later. I have to have dinner. This is summer, right? This was the hippie house that Dolly Vision went by one night. And this is the hippie house. If you look all the way in the back, to me, that's summer. That's what it looks like to me. And all of those little 5 things across the back, across the plexiglass, makes sense. It totally makes sense. Look at that. Right? Number 1. Which one did I just do? Who's who? Did that one. Let me see how many pages this is. Ooh, 65. Okay. I'm going to show you just 2 of my first pages for the next time I come on. I want you to keep this in mind. These photos come from Ryan Upchurch's video of that red room that I keep showing pictures of. With him in the red room in the hat. These pictures come from that video. I really need you to keep that in mind. This particular photo matches Summer in the car. So I got that photo from here. This is the video that holds the most significant information for me. Now, here comes a really weird, scary photo. Now this, I want you to keep in mind. How is it that we could have a photo of Jody Sue Brown with no head? You want to know why? Because the faces are interchanged with machinery called AI. And this is a clip that they didn't put the head on the neck. Period. They fucked up. Because we have a photo of Jody Sue Brown with no head. She is in a silhouette. Okay, she's in a silhouette, and this is how the heads are changed. They have like the fake skin on the neck, and they have everything going on, but this is how they do it. And it's obvious right here. This is obvious. This is gonna be the front cover to my next live. This is called deep fake, and this is how they're able to change their faces. So the question is, why isn't anyone saying anything? Why? This is Jody Sue. The pictures here are not the same. So this is how they do it. And this is how I'm going to end tonight's live. Starving. Thank you all for being here. And this was really good. Please keep in mind what's going on out there. Notice, be an active listener, and you think for yourself and see what you need to see, and understand that there's a lot of moving parts going on right now. There's a plan out there right now. Part of that plan is to push Summer Moon Wells to the side. And they're building up channels for a completely new audience. So we can't go anywhere. We can't. Because I have to keep telling the same thing over and over and over and over. Nobody, justice coming soon. Nobody has come forth to stick up for themselves. And if they come forth in darkness instead of in light for good intentions, it doesn't work anyways. If they're coming here for selfish reasons, my insides start to turn, and I literally will say shit that I don't want to say at all. But it just happens. Like I want to go into like a complete, like totally different, like a preacher. All right. Thank you all for being here. And thank you. You guys are so wonderful in chat. Once again, I couldn't be doing this without all of you. That's it. I couldn't. Say bye to Jody Sue Brown with no head and explain that shit to me. Seriously. All right. Thank you, Muffin Top, my mod. All right, you guys. God bless you. Thank you. And have a wonderful rest of your night. And I'll get back on real soon. Good night, guys.